Usually it was somebody else. Usually it was one of the writers. When I hung it up in whatever 91, I never really thought about coming back. I always looked at it as he had a great run, and there were 3.5 years where he was on every single television show every week. And no matter how good the character is, that can be tedious. And he needed a rest, and he needed to go on the shelf. I think, there's a part of me that definitely wanted to come back with that character, but it had to be the right time and the right place. And usually it was somebody else, hey, what if we did this, and what if we did that? And I think in certain situations it worked. The last time that I did anything was with The Undertaker coming out of a box. And to me, that's one of the greatest Brother Love performances I ever did for a variety of reasons. Getting to work with The Undertaker in that role, adversarial, and it was the first time that my kids ever got to see me on TV. And the beautiful thing about it was I was traveling, and I was coming home the day that it was airing, and my kids were still small enough they didn't understand the miracle of television. And I got home maybe 2 minutes after I had been chokeslammed and tombstoned by The Undertaker, and I walk in the door with my bag, and they're like, "Daddy, how did you get from there to here?" That was amazing. So that's again, selfishly, that's what I remember about that and why it was so cool.
That was a great segment, and that the crowd was legit shocked when that happened, and I remember that very, very distinctly. That when that box opened and that music hit, the expression on The Undertaker's face from the camera was something to be seen. But how about the expression on The Undertaker's face when you came out of the box and you're smiling, big pearly whites right at the dead man?
Oh yeah, and then I jumped in his arms and refused to let go, and he just stood there and said, "I ain't holding you," and I was like, "Damn," and I finally gave up.
Now, the Brother Love, the returns, there was a couple of them, one in 95 that I think was ill-fated, but I got to say, and this would be a great podcast topic for you, and that is what Brother Love could have been on the original Monday Night Raws out of Manhattan in the Manhattan Center, because I think there's a lot of vignettes that could have taken place on the streets of New York City with Brother Love maybe looking for a possible new benefactor.
Oh, my gosh, incredible. We did with the Flying Nuns, the Sisters of Love, if you will. We did vignettes of them walking out of St. Patrick's Cathedral and actually walked them into a police precinct in New York City and had them walk out so we could shoot it. And these were all running guns without permits. And here you got two men dressed as nuns and a guy in a white suit and red face, walking around New York and walking in and out of St. Patrick's Cathedral and cameras going and walking into police precincts and then just turning around, walking out like I just bailed them out. That was some crazy stuff, man. We had fun.
And we talked to both Chaz and Glenn from, the Sisters of Love, a.k.a. the Headbangers, and they were talking about the run and gun and the fact that you guys were just doing all that stuff, no permits, just kind of getting the camera set, taking off St. Patrick's Cathedral, these two guys in the nun costumes. But do you think the sisters, and this is even weird to say this, I check my Catholic faith here at the door, but do you think the Sisters of Love had legs with Brother Love at the helm?
I think it was a limited run at best. It was a nice gag, but I don't know that we could have sustained that beyond that late night shotgun Saturday night format. That was something that was going to be exclusive to that late night where we could get away with a little more than we could in the day part. But, I don't know how long that one would have lasted.